What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we should be able to get a ton more, if not everything done, detail wise, paint correction wise, on the STi. I know I did a terrible job explaining yesterday of like the products we're using, so let me show you real quick. We are currently doing a two-step process. This is step one, ultra cut compound. This is M105 with this microfiber pad by Griot's Garage. These things are kind of like falling apart, so I'll link something down below that I think will be a little bit better. And then for the polishing step, the second step, we are using M205 Ultra Finish Polish by Meguiar's as well. And then an orange foam correcting pad by Griot's Garage, which that one seems to be working pretty well, but I'll link something down below that I think maybe a little bit better. And I think I confused some people yesterday, and quite honestly, I think I confused myself. I think I'm confusing the term passes. At the beginning of yesterday's video, I said it took 25 passes. And then at the end of the video, I said we got it down to 2 passes. That obviously doesn't make any sense. Let me kind of explain what I meant. I think a pass is considered a side swipe, side, side, up, down, down. And if you do that 5 times in a row, that is considered a pass. At the beginning of the video, I was considering every single swipe a pass. And at the end, I was considering all the swipes together one pass. I hope that makes sense. So I think today how I'm gonna explain this is I'm gonna bunch all the swipes into one pass. I think that's the easier way to explain it, and I hope that makes sense. We originally started out with 5 passes, so 25 swipes total. At the end, we were down to about 2 passes, which would be about 10 swipes total. And how I accomplished that is just by going a lot slower, a little bit more compound, a little bit more pressure, a little bit more speed. Now this is the DA polisher of choice. This is a Porter cable. And if you're gonna be in the shop doing this for hours and hours on end, I'd highly recommend some White Claws. I'll have both of these linked down below, and I'll have the DA polisher linked down below. I hope that cleared the air on some of the confusion from yesterday's video. I did a ton of research last night, and I went to a paint shop this morning, and here's what we ended up with. Step 1 is going to be to nib out all of the dirt out of the paint with 1500 grit. We're gonna wrap 1500 grit wet around this stick. Step 2 is going to be to DA 1500 grit with a, what would you call this? Soft interface pad. Then we're gonna hit everything with this 3000 grit Trizact pad on the DA wet. And then from there, it's gonna be just the 2 steps that we've been doing. That is my game plan. It may not work, it might work. I hope it works. Give it a shot. I'm gonna start with the wing. So the main thing I'm worried about with the wing is the dirt. There's not necessarily a lot of orange peel. I mean, there's a little bit that we can get out, but I don't want to get so much orange peel out to where it doesn't match the rest of the OEM Subaru paint. So our main concern with the wing is getting all of this dirt out of the paint. All right, that was not so bad. That was a lot less stressful than I originally expected that it would be. What I noticed is when you're nibbing it out with the sandpaper on the stick, if you don't have the dirt all the way out, there'll be like a glossy ring around the piece of dirt. So you just hit it a little bit more, and that is what we came up with. Here is how the wing currently looks. Right now, I'm gonna throw on the 1500 grit. I wanna knock down the orange peel just a little bit on the top of the wing and the sides of the wing. In here, I'm not super concerned with because you're not really gonna see it all that much. At least right now, I'm not concerned with it. Maybe later on today, if I realize that it's not good enough, we can hit it then. You're 6 hours late.
Day 2. We're starting a little bit late.
White Claw at 11 a.m. I see it's already open. Are you drinking and driving, bro?
No, I had them left over, but there's like, yeah, there's like 4 in there.
I feel it.
That looks good. Did you do more of this?
The quarter panel? No, I didn't touch it.
That looks really good.
That's 2 passes, bro. I finished it last night.
I think that Okay, we can get better results with M105. I think for one, Rio's, they make a finishing microfiber pad and they make a cutting microfiber pad. This is finishing. The cutting microfiber pad doesn't have this foam thing, so it's a lot more aggressive.
Makes sense.
I think you had the right idea with more pressure. I think more pressure and you can cut the passes like in half.
So like the perfect amount of orange peel, like
Yeah,
just a little
there's
bit.
just a little bit of orange peel.
That looks really good.
Oh yeah, that looks nice.
Damn, you're a pro.
Hey.
So I just got the wing all finished up. It turned out really, really good. What we're kind of realizing though is we should probably get more aggressive pads. So the pad we are using currently for the step one is this 6.5 inch microfiber finishing pad. Rio's does make a microfiber cutting pad, but no one here locally has one in stock or has them at all. So we're kind of like stuck with what we have for now. What we have is working. So I guess we're gonna just stick with what we have and try to get her done. I think next I'm gonna move on to this fender. It does need a ton of wet sanding as well. Probably not quite as much dirt as the panels that I sprayed, but there's a lot of orange peel in it and surface scratches and whatnot. So I'm gonna run through, get all the dirt out. Same thing as the wing. Get the dirt out, hit it with 15, hit it with 3000, and then buff it out. You done with that door yet, son?
Getting there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just taking way longer. Like kind of regardless of what I do, no matter how slow I go, no matter how much pressure I put on.
As soon as like step one is done, dude, polishing's gonna go really fast. I'm nervous for the hood. There's a lot of dirt in that hood.
We have to change what we're doing because it's taking way too much time.
If we do just 3000, that'll smooth out a lot of the scratches. So basically what it boils down to is I got the whole fender done and you're halfway done with your fender.
I'm pretty sure I was working on that fender before you even touched that with sandpaper. I had already done a couple passes.
So a quick wet sand with 3000 on the DA. And then Jared's gonna run behind me with what we've been doing. Step one, and it should go a lot faster. So while I am sanding out the hood, Jared is gonna hit the pillars. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off this roof vane real quick. It'll make it a lot easier to get around this roof vane area right here. We have made a good amount of progress today. So this is where we're at right now. This whole side is completely done. The pillar's done. We're gonna do a really light buff on the side skirt. Roof is complete, wings complete. This complete side is done except for the pillar. The quarter panel's already finished up. It is definitely going much quicker, just hitting it real quick. A few passes with the 3000 grit wet on the DA. So that's helping out quite a bit. Hood is completely ready to be buffed out now. So I'm gonna hit that right now. This is how the hood looks when it's all sanded down with 3000. Very flat looking, but it's very smooth at the same time. Let's bang out this hood and see how good we can get it to look. So what I'm doing right now is called seasoning the pad. This is a brand new pad I just pulled out of the box. So you want to get all of the compound worked into all the fibers of the wheel before you start buffing out the paint. I'm going to start with the scoop, and behind the scoop, if I need to pull the scoop off to get it backed up properly, it's not a big deal. Or if I need to pull it off to get around the scoop, not a super big deal either. So let's go over the scoop one more time, and it's gonna be absolutely perfect. There's a few little sand scratches I can still see. All right, so we got the hood to about a 95% done. To get it to 100%, we're gonna pull off the hood scoop and pull off the windshield sprayers. And then we can finish out just around the area, and we should be all finished up with the hood. I am very happy with how it's coming out. There is, of course, still a little bit of orange peel, but it looks like it's matching the OEM Subaru orange peel pretty dang good. We got this hood looking super good. There is still like tiny little dirt specks that I thought would not be there after we buffed it, but yeah, they're still there. But overall, I am super excited with how this thing came out. Also, look at the paint match. I was never really sure if it was gonna match or not until we started buffing and polishing out the car, but this fender is factory Subaru paint, and that hood is what we sprayed. So it's a really close match. For the trunk, we're 100% gonna have to pull off the wing to make it easier to do. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. But as far as the badges on the trunk go, I'm not sure if we need to pull those off. It would be really nice to pull them off and just make this trunk 100% perfect, but I don't know if it's necessary. I guess we'll see when we get to that stage. So to pull off the wing, there's just a ton of 10mm nuts on the backside, probably like 12 10mm nuts, and that wing will come off. Look at how disgusting the paint on the trunk is. That's really how the whole car was, honestly. All right, guys, we got a ton of the trunk finished up. The side-by-side comparison is absolutely insane. So here's the before, here's an after. And I'll probably do one more pass. There's still a little bit of scratches I think that could come out. A little bit right up in here. It's gonna be absolutely crazy seeing this thing not only like buffed out, but also polished out as well. And on top of that, ceramic coated. It's gonna add even more depth, even more shine to this already crazy good looking paint. All we have left to do tomorrow is finish the trunk, front bumper, rear bumper, and then the polish on the whole car should realistically, if it takes more than 2 hours, we are probably doing something wrong. A little bit more to go and we can get it outside, get it in the sun, and sit back and admire our work. I am super thankful. I finally took the time to learn how to do this properly, and huge shout out to my buddy Jared for kind of showing me a ton of new things and pushing me to actually learn how to do this properly, because from here on out, the details are only gonna get better. I think this car is good right now, but I'm sure like other cars we do in the future, I think are gonna look a lot better. And I'll probably come back to this car in like a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road and be like, okay, that wasn't really all that good, because the cars that we're doing in the future are probably gonna be a lot better than what we're doing right now. That's gonna be it for today, the boys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.